Well, our next author is coming to us with a book that I hope you will be as excited about as I am, because I think this sort of feminine energy and feminine power we've seen with the elections in the U.S., but this sort of empowerment of women, I think, is what is changing the planet. It's a much different type of leadership. I think you'll see that even as you meet her. So I'm very excited to introduce you to the Reverend Katherine McClelland. She is the author of Breathless.
Hello.
You're going to inspire me with your feminine presence right now. She is the empress in the room that she walks into always. The Relentless Pursuit of the Good Life. I know how they taught me how to do that in school.
Right.
Yeah, a little different than your book. Let's talk about it.
A little different. So what you'll find inside my book is the opportunity to live life differently and have everything you want, the dreams you want, the life you want, especially if you feel like you've tried and maybe it isn't going the way you imagined. That was my experience. I was trying so hard. I was doing everything right. I had everything under control, but not really. You know what I mean? We thought we did. And eventually I had to give that up. And it was a really long, arduous process. And I don't want everybody to have a really long, arduous process of getting through this. So I gave you my heart. I gave you my soul. And stepping into what you so beautifully said in the beginning is stepping into this feminine power that we have, and drawing up from our roots and drawing down from the heavens and going from our hearts and stepping into the world. And it is an empress power. And it's just let yourself be the power you are and see the results that you can get in the world.
It's just so the opposite of everything, like the air we breathe, the water we're swimming in. And so having someone like you model that in this book, I think you'll see it. But just in your life, even the way you're dressed today, I feel like we need to do a shout out to this amazing chainmail, etc. There's a designer that you've worked with.
There is. The designer's name is Unzicker, and she designs jewelry. She's actually an artist and a sculptor, and she decided to start making dresses and clothes. So you can find her online. She's fabulous. And I got to wear this beautiful garment for you today because we both felt like it was my dress.
Yeah, for sure. What do you think clothes do? Like, I think a lot of people on the outside think clothes cover up your naked parts, but which is true. Yes. But what do you think clothes do? Why do you think what we wear matters? And how does that touch into the good life?
All of this. Yeah. So great question. You know, I started out in fashion. I don't know if you know that. So always I've been trying to find, I want women to understand that clothes enhance your power and your beauty. They don't hide you. They can never hide you. So take what you have and add who you are and step fully into your wardrobe with that. This is who I am. And every part of your life this follows with my book. You get centered in who you are, sourced from your highest power. Now you notice there is a Reverend in front of my name, so I will be referring you to your higher power, your source, without a religious framework. Find your power and then step into anything, your makeup, your wardrobe, your job, your husband, your life, your children. Oh my God. Yeah, this incredible crown that I had to wear today. Just grab life and live it fully. The whole point of this book is to take heaven, draw it down into your body, bring earth up, and live from your heart and your guts. Live your life.
One of my favorite things about this outfit and what you do whenever you walk into a room, but with this outfit especially, is that as all of us looked at you today, we imagined not exactly what we would look like in this dress, but how we would feel. Mm-hmm. I heard person after person come up to you and say, I wonder what it would feel like for me to wear that. I bet you feel sexy. I bet you feel powerful. And this is really interesting because with an outfit like this, it's so easy to see, that would change how I felt. But then when we're getting up on a Tuesday and putting on our yoga pants, ladies, you know how I feel about the yoga pants, we are not asking ourselves, how does this make me show up differently? Yes. But you can do that with anything, just on a Tuesday, just with the right pair of jeans, you had the most amazing belt buckle the first time I met you. Like, yeah. But it's just like, it doesn't take that much longer to put on jeans and a belt buckle than those yoga pants that make you feel like bland, right?
I would love to say about that, the way this book is structured, it takes you deeply into yourself, and it delineates something that it's getting to me mixed up in our culture. What's the difference between self-care and self-love? And how do you bring both together so that you're cared for well, but loved deeply by yourself? And then from there, life happens. You bring all your other world and people in to cuddle you. And I have to say, this program, without a doubt, if I didn't have all these people cuddling me here and nurturing me, I had maybe one of the most challenging 6 months of my life. And I did lose my mother very recently, and all of that happened in this, it was a kaleidoscope. That's what I started seeing. And then suddenly it came into perfection. The book was finished, and we're here today. So life happens, as Angela always says, life always happens.
It just keeps happening.
It's always messy. But we're here, and we're doing our lives, and we have deadlines, and we have things to accomplish. So don't get swept away in the current. Swim across to the shore you want to be on the other side.
I love that. All right, I have a question for you from Bonnie from Pennsylvania. And Bonnie says, how do I convey what I have learned from Spirit so that it's readable and doable for so many who are struggling? I feel like that's a journey you just went on.
I feel like I did just go on that. So I really had to put my feet on the ground and ask myself, how does this journey change my life every single day? So what do I do when I wake up? My very first commitment is to check who I am being today. Who am I being in this moment? And then from there, okay, well, if I'm being that person, what's my next step? So I walk people through my day. That was part of what we learned actually with Angela, was you're really just writing a book about what you've learned to do. Just squeeze the juices so that you can actually put it into form for people that can follow your footsteps. So 30 years doesn't actually have to go for everybody to learn this.
Well, this is 30 years of wisdom. You can have it in about 3 seconds. If you head right now, don't wait. Go over to Amazon. I'm going to give you a tip for this book. Take this link, find 3 of your best friends, give it to them and say, we are going to do a book club. Get this book right now. It's free. And then the 4 of you sit down, have wine virtually or a hot cup of tea. You could do it over FaceTime if you need to. They have group FaceTime now. Have a book club meeting with Breathless, the relentless pursuit of the good life. Reverend McClelland, thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much.